Hey guys, here I am back from vacation with stuff I gathered on my vacation. We'll start off with the awesome Audrey Hepburn signed picture. Adam Hughes, of course, used Audrey as an inspiration for many of his Catwoman covers. Anyway, speaking of comic books, one of the places we went to was the Aurora Colony, Aurora, Oregon, for the antiques, the antiques. And although these are not really antiques, they are old comics. And ignore the prices, I got these really cheap. So from the old Checkmate TV show, which I used to like to watch. And another favorite of mine was Rat Patrol. This is the #1, by the way. And I know that you can't really see them that well because of the glare, but... And then we have, last but not least, Batman Detective Comics, $4.86. Okay, so this is the combination of found objects, of store-bought things, and thrift store stuff. So like I said, I went to the Aurora Colony. We looked at a lot of the historic sites there, and we went to a covered bridge, which is the oldest covered bridge before it was dismantled and rebuilt in Oregon. It's a cool story. Anyway, see, look at some of the stuff I got. This may look familiar to you because I had another one, or I have another one. And turn it on here. So the air comes out the top here and it lights up, and there's some kind of game, and I'm going to use it probably in the Total Recall 2079 dial. It's one of those Hot Wheels that shoots the cars. It actually works, but I'm going to also use that industrial app. Some wallpaper for walls. So this it's like shelf liner for tools. I'm not sure what this is from, but cool. Bunch of containers, some cream cheese. Let there be light. And I found this part. Another ganja cylinder. Find so many of these now, since recreational use of marijuana is legal in Washington and Oregon. And some of the people who do that either so high they don't hit the garbage can or whatever. Just litter bugs. Glow in the dark, unopened. If I ever find these super cheap ones, I always buy these levels, because you take the 2 screws out, and the level part, the bubble part, comes out easy. Just pops out, so you can end up with those for labs. Found this little set of bottles in an antique store. Now these are interesting. These are silk forms for making tassels. A good old boy in his 80s was telling me he bought 2 giant boxes of these from a guy that used to work in the factory. He used to make tassels, you know, like for graduation hats and high school tassels and so on. And so they would put the silk over these, and he's been selling them for 30 years, and finally he was down just to a few. Thought I could make various things out of that. Found a couple Batmans. This one I like a lot, although the clear cape is weird, but I like the look of it. This one is just weird, but Vinny, he doesn't mind weird. That'll be his new favorite once I show it to him. You always buy your googly eyes. When you find them, buy them. You never have enough. Some stuff I picked up off the ground. These are cool. 3 of those for fascia on buildings. Cricket cage, at least that's what the guy called it. These are curlers, which are different than the usual ones. They also get little pedestals. This is sand from Rhodes End Beach in Oregon, which is my favorite beach and my wife's. In Aurora, there was a median on the side of the road where some creature had met its demise, and it had all these bones, skeletal bones, mostly some rib bones. We picked those up. Awesome jaw with teeth. Make something out of that. Sometimes I use them just as a kind of a debris field, a killing field, fossil field. At the beach in Oregon, I picked up a lot of interesting things. Outside, I'll show you shortly. I got a whole bunch of claws. This is actually rusty metal, as you can tell by the sound. It's a piece of wood, but it's really cool. There's shells and barnacles. And I always pick up these old, super rusty double A's. So they look like old cylinders. I picked this up because it looks like a mouth. If you look at it. I'll get one head here. Yeah, I look like a mouse. A pair of lips. Chop to so tea. Found this on the beach, so I just picked that up. Kids toy. This is a cool looking stick my wife found. Oh, I bought a what's it called? Barkeeper's Friend, you know, the various, like multi-tool for bottles. Cheap at TJ Maxx. I like the box. Yeah, so that's about all you have here. Oh, it's about this towel rack. I need a better one upstairs in the bathroom. So there's the sand. I didn't take much. I don't know if it's probably not legal to take any, but I skirted the law there. Anyway, this is from the fire pit last night. I burned something that had these hinges on it and a bunch of screws. Let those rust up. So let's go outside, show you what I have. So I went to the beach twice. Went to Aurora, antiquing, went to Albany, thrift storing. Ate very well. So it was a 5-night, 6-day excursion into Oregon. This is the last day of my vacation. Back to work. So I'm letting the flies eat the last bit of crab meat off here. This also came out of the fire pit last night. And so here's some shells. And you can see these awesome claws I got. A lot of dead crabs on the beach. So these guys will spend a few days eating the last little bits of flesh out of that, and then I can preserve these. Here's a piece of wood. This is petrified wood, but I didn't find that on the beach. I just leave it here so no crow comes and steals my claws. Santa Claus. And then here, some of the stuff I'm not going to keep, little pieces of crab to gather the flies. Yeah, so this is that thing I made before with stuff from Victoria. I'm going to use sand and some of these other things to finish that one soon. And the only other thing I have is I put some live plants, and of course they're saltwater plants, so this probably be a failed experiment pretty quick, but I put them in here and here. These are some of those floaters. I actually stepped on one of these and it popped like one of those poppers at 4th of July fireworks. Ooh, a fish. That's a lure I found. Yeah, so one final thing I'll tell you is on DeviantArt, soon you'll see a lot of my pictures, and I'll probably post a few little videos because I had fun. I brought Swamp Thing and Poison Ivy and posed them at different spots. So. And our Subaru Ascent was awesome. Nothing like having a brand new car on vacation. No worries, mate. So, smile. You're on camera. And so am I, but not anymore, because I am out.